In one of the most famous historical experiments ever conducted, Stanley Miller and Harold Urey were able to prove that the highly volatile early atmosphere of Earth would be able to create the molecules of life without an actual organism. The team created a system in which water vapor was allowed to react with simple atmospheric compounds such as hydrogen gas, methane, and ammonia, while being subjected to powerful electrical shocks to stimulate lightning in the early atmosphere. The scientists found that not only did these molecules combine in unique ways, but they started to create some of the same molecules produced by biological organisms, such as the complex carbon-based molecule urea. Though this experiment was completed in 1953, much more recent research has confirmed the results and has shown that even more complex molecules like RNA could have formed through early natural reactions in the Earth's atmosphere and oceans. Before getting into the complex macromolecules that organisms need to survive, we must first understand that there are several elements that all life is dependent on: hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. While all organisms use these substances, different types of organisms have different ratios of these atoms in their body. For example, a grasshopper has a ratio of 5 carbon to 1 nitrogen, whereas the grass it eats has a ratio of 33 carbon to 1 nitrogen. This means that the grasshopper's metabolism incorporates less carbon into its body than nitrogen from the food that it eats. This is just one way that organisms can use the same elements to create very different structures. And since all organisms on Earth use the same basic elements, it suggests that life on Earth has a common ancestor. Think about this. Though all life on Earth is based on the same set of atoms, organisms combine these atoms into very different molecules. These molecules then determine the structure and function of their cells. The structure and function of individual cells creates organs and organ systems with different purposes, which eventually creates organisms that can function very differently. This is known as the biological hierarchy, and it all starts with the important atoms we are looking at in this video. Carbon is